Hello, this is Margarita Emanuele. I'm broadcasting from Washington, D.C. I'm distracted by the sunny day. We have springtime weather here, and it's ridiculous. And as soon as the new year hits, we're going to be freezing again. So I want to take the opportunity to speak with you. And I have a launch coming, a book, and some projects. I am the CEO of Emanuele Consulting. Pause my music here to get out of that groove. I'm launching an 8-week program for women over 50, but honestly, this training is good for anyone who has gone through some real hardships. They're just not sure how they will ever recover from a catastrophic event, a death in the family. It could be an injury, illness, something that really takes us off track. And I believe that when you hit a certain age, it's even worse. But considering what I'm about to talk to you about today, when we're very young, it's just the same. We sometimes lack just the right mindset because we haven't learned enough. We haven't been around long enough to handle certain situations. The wisdom comes with time, and also from the experiences that we encounter along the way. And I wanted to share what this program is about and see how to do this correctly. Yes, it's working. It's a new platform. I'm glad that you're here. If you're not here, don't feel bad. And if you know me, I invited you, or you downloaded my free ebook, which I encourage you to do. If not, you can contact me at the very end, and I will send you the link. And honestly, this is being recorded, so no worries. There we have. So the mastering growth after 50 is very important because life changes in a way that's different from the first half of our lives, of course, in attitude, how we see ourselves. And I want to bring some awareness to people of our age. Yes, I'm over 50, well, really way past 50. And sometimes I wonder how I even made it to this point. So just to remove the factor of despair and the unknown, I want you to be more like an adventurer. You're always seeking something new. And this is what this live stream today is about, to introduce you to some points, just some ideas maybe you haven't considered as you grow older and wiser, and you're thinking, is there such a thing as a new beginning? And there is. And how we view ourselves at a certain age is important because this is how we carry out our message to the world. We have already contributed to the world, society, but what is there left to do? So how do we see ourselves as important, how we continue to grow? And I want to introduce you to this is a lifestyle that's practiced in Japan for many generations. Ikigai is a system. It's not really a way of being, perhaps, or it's not just like a fix-it-all. These are pieces to a puzzle or a system or like a machine. Everything has its own place. And when you remove or tweak something, everything else is affected. Just like, there's such thing as spot training when you go to the gym. Any trainer would tell you that. And I'll tell you the same thing. When we're lacking something that we have lost over time, lost the confidence, we need to restore it. But this is a more fun way of doing so. The Ikigai in itself is just finding our purpose, pretty much. And I know I'm military. For those of you who don't know me, I'm from a military, law enforcement, security maven, if you can say that. I made my living for many years in high-stress jobs, and my identity was attached to high-risk work. Anything where danger is involved, thrill-seeking, that sort of thing. I was in the worst of the worst places and enjoying it. And this does not transfer well to growing into a new age. So I had to go through all this myself. But I'm here because you don't have to go through a lot of difficulties in making that transition. And a reason for being is sometimes when we retire, and I'm definitely not quite retirement age yet, but getting there. But if you've already done that, you're thinking, what's next? There should always be that question, what is next? Not, I just want to settle into this niche and then not come out of this at all. And that's very unhealthy at any age, but even worse so, anything over 50. Not recommended. So what are you good at? I'm sure you can go through a whole list of things that you're good at that you can explore, you can expand, and then share with others. The Kaizen principle is about getting better every day. In China, but the Chinese, they practice the same, something similar. It's you have to make improvements 1% a day, and that seems like not much. It's just actually getting ourselves to formulate a type of discipline that would allow us to get us to that point. I want to be better every day. Just find opportunities and reasons, and even excuses. Make excuses on our own to pursue new things every day, and that, in a way, is part of our growth. This to me is the hardest thing, because approaching all old patterns or behaviors from other people, or perhaps situations, and you look at them with the same eyes you did when you were 20 or 30 or 40, that's not going to help. And I was guilty of this for a long time. I had my own programming. My mind was set on high for threats and problems rather than looking to resolve questions. And how I rephrased it is much gentler and kinder to ourselves, versus just going into, I'm always under attack, this is a threat, people are out to get to me, that sort of thing, when we're just really imagining this. Every time you see a pattern and you recognize it, Shoshing is the concept of seeing things as though you were seeing them for the first time. Just think of little kids. Little kids handle new things exactly for what they are. We don't know, what is it? Well, if you're a little kid, can I eat it? And this is how we enter into a stage of discovery. And this is something that we lose over time. The Pomodoro effect is not a technique that's it's actually used by the Japanese, but it's named after the Italian word for tomato. I haven't figured out why they chose that. There's a history to that. But a Pomodoro effect is really, you need to break down tasks, whatever it is you're doing, to be able to reach a sense of excellence. It's not just always diving in, which is good, a good work ethic, but sometimes it has an effect on us physically and mentally, where we're not advancing to the next level. Sometimes when we say we're stuck, I can't think of another way to advance this task. Taking a break is the hardest thing. If you got that energy pumped into it, if you think you detach from it, that you're not going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, which is not true. I troll myself every day when I'm working on hard projects. I put my coat on and go to the store, and I go 3 or 4 times a day, which part of my brain says, please don't do that anymore. I have work to do. But someone has to have discipline to do it. How am I trolling my own brain? Because I need a refresh. My intellectual mind knows this, but the other part of my brain that wants to keep working, it wants to keep working. It doesn't care if you need a break. So we have to force it. But Pomodoro effect is very good. You can time it. Sometimes my 25-minute walk turns out to be faster, which is fine, but at least I break it up into different segments throughout the day. The Hanahachi-bu is a concept that is not just, in these cultures, they use, you take what you need and then leave room for something. So I found that very interesting. On account, we can apply this for situations that we don't like, behaviors that we're engaging in that are not really, advancing us in life. Things are not working out. Enough is enough. This is my translation of Hanahachi-bu, is when I've had enough, do I need to continue in this, or do I need to grow away from this to a place where I want to be? So you can apply this in many ways. But yes, with having moderation is another way of calling it. Can we moderate ourselves to not take on so much and really not pursue our own personal growth, and just, we were investing in others? These are just a few scenarios that could easily fit into this characteristic. Why should you adopt a system like this? It's pretty simple. You start looking more internally who you really are or where you want to be in life at each stage of our age growth. I don't want to say aging. We do age, but I see it as growing. We cannot continue to do the same things unless they're so wonderful. We never want to do anything else. But thinking outside the box, there's always should always be room for more, something that's new, the build of resilience, that's a mental resiliency that you can handle anything at any age. This is one of I'm pretty sure you see yourself here somewhere. I hear from clients, let me discuss it with spouse, with a partner. I'll get back to you. That's fear. I can put all these examples on a slide, but deep down, that's just fear. For me, starting a business a while back that I paused for now, it was fear of success. When things started to catch up and I put a lot of energy into a launch, I was afraid I could not measure up. And I can say this openly. I'm old enough to be able to admit that, be vulnerable enough to accept that I was afraid of success, because success takes work. It takes a lot of energy and certain disciplines. And at the time, I was not going to be able to follow through. So this is important to ask ourselves, why is it that we're not taking action today to choose a path of change and improvement? So what do we get from improving? Tomorrow is the new year, literally within a few hours. And I know the sun will still come out in the morning. Nighttime will still fall as it does in the winter. It's still the same cycle, but you are still working on the same cycle. You're still operating on the same programming. This is what we would like to avoid at all costs, is to always implement something new. But when do we start and how do we do it? I want to tell you, because I know most this is a pitch, but it's not a pitch. I have a story. I have a book coming out in the spring. It will tell a lot of tales of things that have happened to me right before I hit 50, and I just didn't stop until many years after that, where most people tell me, I don't know how you survived that. It had to be me. I would have been dead. Things like that. And it's not true. You have the one option you really want to hang on to is I'm going to make it. And that's not negotiable. I do teach this, and it's not something that you want to go through. In my particular experience, it was pretty unpleasant. I suffered the loss. In order, pretty much, to recap, part of the book will talk about how I lost a career, money, the car, my home, and then the money that I had left over. And then I was caught into a loop of instability for some time where I needed help, and friends went away, and there's nobody who knew me. It's like, who is that? I did this all on my own. It's not something that's a badge of honor, but it's something that sometimes we have to do. And can we stop for a moment and say, I'm too old to make it. There's no way that I'm going to make it. And the answer is no. So I was not sure that when I implemented all these techniques into my thinking, that I didn't think it was working, but it was working in progress, and I had to start documenting my progress. So I had plenty of pictures of myself and walking, learning to walk, and actually videos, because I had a tripod and a phone, and I was not afraid to document my journey. So this is all going to come out pretty soon, and I think it's very interesting, a trajectory that we take. I lost another job offer that I had. I couldn't even take care of myself at home. A lot of stuff had to kick in when I needed it the most. And this is why having the proper mindset is where going to get you to when a crisis comes your way, because it will happen. It is not to scare you. When things turn out the way you want them to, you're ready to tackle that head on. So I broke both ankles. I had a freakish accident. I had to call the HR lady that, no, I'm not going to be starting that job on Tuesday morning. After all, I had no idea. The doctors didn't give me any good news, especially the right foot. I don't want to go into detail, but it needed to be surgically repaired. And it was very freakish, and I had to learn to utilize my body from scratch, like a child. I had to mind everything. All the system was broken in one spot, and you cannot fix one spot of life. You have to carefully lay out the outline of what you're going to do for the change, so it harmoniously moves into the entire system. Mainly, if you break an ankle, the rest of the body is indeed affected. You're not going to think of it, but your balance is going to go out the window and all that. So I had great difficulty, but at the same time, I don't miss those days. But this is actually the time of year where it's an anniversary when I got hurt, and I feel love for myself because this is one of the times when I actually implemented the system, and I started to take care of myself. And I wasn't always trying to belong or be a people pleaser. And if you know me and you're here thinking she's never a people pleaser, it comes out. It doesn't come out that way. But sometimes we sacrifice our own good for somebody else, for another cause. And this is one of them. I'm not going to tell you that it was hard, but at the same time, it was doable. I have to give myself permission to act. And this is what I want to discuss further. My program really is a system. This is going to serve you for a long time if you implement it in the same way I'm going to teach you. And I do over 8 weeks. I can technically teach this over a few days, maybe a week, and do some workshops, which I will be offering for a short version of it. But you cannot implement some of these changes overnight, because we all know by now that anything that's new that we need to undertake, it may take up to 21 days. So 8 weeks is going to put you at that threshold and put you a little bit beyond and help you adjust to where you're happy where you are, and you're making adjustments as you go along. And then you put together your personal life and perhaps even career transition system. And this is, if it falls within these parameters, that's what you're going to use. I'm sorry to use these words. I used to be an analyst as well for the government. So I use these strange words, kind of technical, but you have to have a system. And the body is a system, the mind is a system, and our lives actually become a system of things that we do. And they should be in order to attain mastery of what we do with our lives. I want to introduce my program today. I'm just going to open it up to just a small group of people, just for equality. I can still accept new registrations, but today I'm going to put in some extra bonuses in there. The other two prices on the left, that's supposed to be grayed out, but this platform does not do that for some reason. The actual price today is December 31st, 2024. And I will keep it open at this pricing until Friday. Friday should be the 3rd of January at midnight. And then it regresses to the full program price. The bonuses don't come with the $7.99 after today. Mainly once it goes into the new year, I have to be able to open up the private community to in a small number of people that I can work with directly. The ones that sign up today will get one-on-one. And you get some of the bonuses that usually there are programs and products that I offer to my clients for branding and marketing if they're entrepreneurs. If you want to be an entrepreneur, this is probably going to be the leading program for you, because it's going to get you away from being a fear and doubt into developing your talents and what you know at your age. And if you're in that demographic that I'm serving right now, if you're younger, it can still help you, because it's going to help you get out of your own mind and actually into the world and doing things that you want to do. This is very special. The photo session, and it's going to be done with not in a studio. We can talk about that during the consultation. The Vision Quest is not something that I'm even offering. It's not a vision board or a mood board, but it's similar. But it's a publication that's made to tell your story and how you envision it. And it will include some graphics, photography from the session. So this product is not offered to the public yet. It has been in development for 3 years. And now's the right time to do it. The technology is there to make it more affordable. So at the time, it was just way too expensive for me to launch. So I held off on it. If you need a rebrand, definitely everyone should be on social media to promote themselves, to be able to help others. So you're going to be able to develop a public persona that you're really going to be proud of. And I'm only opening at this price again until Friday. You have until the 3rd of January, but the bonuses go away. I'm going to give you 48 hours. I was just going to do it today. If you sign up today, we can go ahead and implement the bonuses. I'm changing my mind as I go along. I want to bring as much value as possible. Why give you, if you sign up today only in the next 40 hours, why giving you an extra bonus? It's only natural because I get that full commitment. You're going to get a whole year access to the private community that usually goes for $97 a month. So you'll be in to be able to find job opportunities, to spearhead any projects, and get feedback from the rest of the other students. And this is created just to nurture you for the next year. So after that, it's just going to be $97 a month. And any other programs or courses that I have launched, and I got 2 that are launched right now, you'll be able to get them for a much lower price as an insider. This is registration today. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm all over. I got my social media. I will launch again. This video is being recorded, so it's going to go on my LinkedIn and will be uploaded to all the other socials. I should be on Instagram live streaming right now, and the QR code. And I will be providing you with, if you sign up today, you're going to get that ebook. The ebook, in addition to all the other materials I'm giving you, you're going to be busy. It's time for accountability, but it's going to be fun, engaging. And this is all about you and your development. I've already been through this, so you don't have to go through a lot of hardships without knowing exactly how to not just to survive, but to thrive in hard times and be on the top of your game during good times. Be prepared for anything. So today, this is the time to sign up. I want to thank you very much for your time, for being that you didn't make it today. It's everybody's busy. I'm going to be busy when I get off this call. But I'm going to share this information with you. And don't be afraid. Don't hide. The world wants to see you. So click on that. We have our. I'm going to keep it short today because it's a pre-holiday, not a holiday yet. I want you to remember that when everything fails and people don't come through for you and you're thinking you're all alone, besides the music, is you have you. There will always be you. You're the one that you can count on change and growth and improvement in life, and hopefully attain happiness, whatever your goal is. So I want you to know this. Just always think that when everything else fails, it's always you. You're the one. Everything begins, change and happiness begins with you. I want you to walk away with that today, at the very least. But still, thank you for joining me. Take your time to take a screenshot of my information. I do consultations. If you have a small business or an idea you want to develop, I got a hack for that. And everything I do it's not that accelerated, but I want to make sure that it's efficient and it's done in a timely manner. You can get out there. I get it today. Today's a pre-holiday, and you're going to have this kind of energy and this kind of confidence. I want that for you. So I want to wish you the merriest, the happiest of years. This is going to be fantastic. Here, again, my ladies over 50, you're going to rock this next decade wherever you are. I'm already in the next decade. That's pretty amazing that I made it this far. And I want to be part of that journey with you. And let me know. You got my email, my website. Come to my Facebook and Instagram. I wouldn't mind if you follow me on YouTube. I'm not showing it here. It's a new channel. That's why I'm live streaming from another platform. I appreciate you coming here and giving me all your support so I can give you support. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Let me give you one more time with that QR code. I'm in no real hurry. I know you got holiday stuff to do, but I leave you with. I hope to see you soon. I'll be doing another live stream pretty soon. I'll see you then.